ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture Junkies. Let's talk about the further fallout from Acetategate at Black Flag Comics. Alright, for those of you that have heard or maybe haven't heard, the drama at Black Flag Comics continues. If you've watched any of the other Acetategate videos to see what's happening, Black Flag stapled covers to comics, set them in to get graded. These were Clayton Crain covers added to old Clayton Crain variant comics. They were shipped in. There was a whole controversy around that. Didn't hear a whole lot from them between these conventions where this happened. People discovered it. There was a huge uproar. CGC changed their stance on it. Before they were giving them blue labels. Now they're going to be green labels, etc. Please watch all the other videos. But what happened today was a little different. What happened today, the owner of Black Flag came out earlier on Facebook and put out a video. It was about 11 minutes. For anyone who watches the whole video, I will say it's pretty disturbing. My first thought was, Jason, this guy really does need some help. So if anyone actually knows where he lives and knows the right precinct to call, someone should have them go do a wellness check on him. Like, he really seems like in a bad spot mentally with what's happened here. Essentially, he came out in the video, got straight into the heart of it, and said his wife left him for Clayton Crain. I don't want to like highlight this guy's misery too much. Clayton was apparently after some muse who had moved somewhere, his first love, and that wasn't working out, and he made it work out with Jason's wife. Highly unfortunate. A lot of people are seeing it as karma. I wouldn't call your life being ruined karma necessarily, but just for some comic book sales. But what I do want to highlight is one of the things he said, because it goes back to the original Acetategate issue, and that was my big takeaway from this video, other than this guy really needs some help, and I hope he gets the help he needs. My big takeaway, and we'll take a look here at this, I'm just going to play kind of the clip of what he says, and I want you to just listen closely to what he's saying here.
And, God, this has been such a hole. These acetates weren't even my idea. This was April's idea.
Wait, what was that?
God, this has been such a hole. These acetates weren't even my idea. This was April's idea.
So this might seem weird at this point, because this guy just lost his wife. That's April. He's saying this is all her idea, right? This wasn't even my idea to get me into this mess to begin with. This was her idea, whatever, right? And to the average person looking in from the outside, it's like, okay, that's kind of convenient. Your wife left you and you're saying she's at fault. I don't know if I totally buy that. But then he elaborates a little more as he goes on here.
Her and Clayton decided to do this shit, and they brought me along. Whatever. I don't give a
Right. So that's the part that's pretty telling to me. Her and Clayton brought me along. The reason that's telling to me is because if you remember way back when CGC put out their initial statement, what did they say? They said Clayton Crain called us. Clayton Crain called us to tell us about these books and ask us if we would do this event for him, if we would grade these books if he sent them in. That's why I tend to buy this story right here. Because see, that's it parallels the exact same thing CGC said. They didn't say Black Flag came to us. They said Clayton Crain contacted us. I think that to me, that's why I'm believing this story here. I think it's right for everyone to be suspicious. I think Black Flag didn't do themselves any favors with buying your trust. I'm just looking at what was said initially from CGC and what's been said now after this whole cluster here. And they're both lining up to the same story there for me. Clayton Crain did this. Clayton Crain asked for this. Clayton Crain did this and got this done. He used his connection at this comic company to make it happen in a way. And so I think when we're looking at, who the biggest asshole is behind Acetategate, it's Clayton Crain. So for everyone out there buying Clayton Crain books, just know that he's the dipshit that started this to begin with that you're still supporting. I'm not going to tell you what to buy from who. I'm going to tell you who I'm not buying from, but I've never liked his art to begin with. So It's a dollar I never spent with him and a dollar I wouldn't in the future. But that was my real kind of takeaway from this video. Again, I don't want to really dwell on what's happened to Jason. It's unfortunate. I don't want to just celebrate someone's misery or put it on display for no reason, but I thought it was important to hear those couple of lines in there to go back to the original issue that brought everything with Black Flag to light. It's unfortunate if what he's saying is true, because it means as that all was happening, if the time frame he's saying is true, like he was going through this issue with his wife and Clayton while he was bearing the brunt of all of our criticism for this shit. He probably could have at the time just come out and said that, though, if he wanted to avoid the majority of it, to be honest. He may have thought he was trying to get his wife back, get his friend back, something. I don't know. Who gives a shit? That's his problem. Remember to hit like, remember to hit subscribe, guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.